Ever found yourself staring at the Eternal Return character screen wondering who you're going to main in Season 2? If you're in character crisis like I was, this is the video for you. We're going to be looking at the new characters that came out in Season 1 and seeing how they fit in with the rest of the cast. Stick around to the end and I'll also include some information about Eternal Return's newest support character, Lenny, from Season 2. Let's delve into the tanks and discover the players who relish being on the front line, orchestrating the chaos of battle. If you find yourself drawn to these characters with an arsenal of crowd control, including stuns, roots, and slows, you might just be a tank player. But what sets these players apart, and how do they navigate the intricate dance of being the primary engage in Eternal Return? Tank players are the frontline commanders, masters of controlling the battlefield's rhythm, and their play revolves around being the primary engager. As a tank, your engaging abilities often double as your escape, demanding precise decision making in the heat of battle. As the primary engager, you'll often be soaking up the initial damage in the fight. Use your health bar to create spacing for your team, trying to absorb big cooldowns of your enemies so your carries can shine. The art of playing tanks well lies in strategic positioning and well-timed engages, emphasizing game sense over raw mechanical skill. Eternal Return's Season 1 release Alonso is a great example of this. As a tank, Alonso takes the front line, showcasing exceptional crowd control tools to pick off enemies caught out of position. With some of the game's best single-target lockdown capabilities, Alonso excels at holding enemies in vulnerable positions for your team to capitalize on. Be careful about diving into the backline with your E, however. As a melee character lacking mobility spells, once you commit, there's no turning back. Going too far means you leave your own backline free to be engaged on, and if your team can't follow up on your own engage, you're likely to be focused down or ignored entirely. The key lies in calculated aggression, using your ultimate to disrupt enemy spells, effectively peeling for your carries, and ensuring your engages lead to a victory rather than a downfall. Next up is the flex role. Characters here can operate as a secondary frontliner or a secondary damage dealer with some build adjustments. For players that want a little more versatility, look to the flex group. Are you the type of player that likes to do damage but also wants to be somewhat bulky? Can you operate as a team secondary frontline or a team secondary damage dealer? Flex players are the chameleons of the battlefield, reveling in the ability to adapt to various roles within a team. These characters offer unparalleled versatility, allowing players to adjust their team composition without the need to pick a different character. It's the most diverse style in Eternal Return, and some characters excel better at tanking, other characters at dealing damage, and some provide essential utility. If you enjoy having multiple tools in your kit to address different scenarios, then the flex playstyle might be your sweet spot. Let's spotlight a shining example of a flex character from Season 1, Abigail. As one of the newest additions to Eternal Return, Abigail embodies the essence of flexibility. She seamlessly transitions between the roles of secondary damage dealer and damage soaking frontline. Need someone to absorb cooldowns for your backline? Abigail's got you covered. She boasts a shield, axe healing, and invulnerability dodge. Want a secondary damage dealer to complement your team? She excels there too, providing large AoE damage very quickly in a fight. It's this adaptability that defines the flex playstyle, and Abigail fits right in, having both the damage and survivability tools to get the job done. And finally, the support characters. If you're the type of player that thrives on playing characters that focus on enabling your teammates, this is the group for you. Just because supports aren't the star of the show doesn't mean they can't steal the spotlight once in a while. Support characters are one of the most noticeable players when fighting in a team comp. Fighting a team with a good support player feels like you're fighting a team that will never die and has a tool for every situation. But fighting a team with a bad support feels like an easy 3v2. Support players are the backbone for any successful team comp, thriving on the satisfaction of assisting their teammates. These characters specialize in playing off their allies, offering shields, healing, and utility to push their team to new heights. While they might be relatively weak on their own, their true strength lies in the ability to enhance the capabilities of their teammates. If you enjoy being the crucial link that can turn the tide of battle by empowering one of your allies, then the support playstyle might be your calling. In Season 1, we were introduced to Arda, a character that at first glance might seem like an unconventional choice. However, Arda's strength lies in his niche abilities. He excels at controlling spaces, manipulating tight corridors, and becoming a formidable force around objectives. Communication is key when playing Arda, especially in organized teams. While playing solo might pose a challenge due to the need for coordination, Arda still offers healing and damage, albeit not as standout compared to other characters. Consider picking Arda in a well-coordinated comp, taking advantage of strategic map movement and flanking to catch unsuspecting enemies off guard. And as promised, I'm going to be talking about Lenny. Lenny is a Season 2 release, so I won't go into as much detail as the others. She'll be saved for the Season 3 video. However, she was released by the time this video is out, so I feel like I should include her. Lenny is a versatile support that can pretty much do it all, except be the primary damage dealer. Having ways of healing, shielding, providing CC, and utility to speed herself and teammates around the map, all accompanied with having a wall jump, she's a pretty good character. She's a great pick to slot into any team comp and excels with characters that want to dive into the enemy backline. Lenny gets maximum output from hitting both teammates and enemies with her spells. Look to position behind your divers in a way where you can provide cover fire and healing. And don't be afraid to dive deep with your divers and then peel yourself out with your mobility tools. If you're looking for more insight and guidance on mastering your playstyle, or you want more info regarding the bruisers and marksman archetypes missing from this video, you'll want to go back and check out the Who to Main Season 1 video. Click or tap the screen now to be taken to that video where I give a general overview about all the characters.